Hello students. So in this video we will be basically discussing about the cell theory. Now before going to understand what the cell theory is, let us quickly discuss about the chronological advancement which took place in the microscopic world. So as we already know that it was in the year 1665 when the Robert Hooke discovered cell, right? He not only discovered cell but he also coined the term cell. Okay. Then a few years later, that is in year 1674, Leeuwenhoek he discovered the first living cell. So basically what Leeuwenhoek did is he collected some pond water and he was observing it under his microscope. So what he saw were tiny creatures moving and he called them as the little animals, and actually what he had seen were the bacteria. Okay, so Robert Hooke also observed cell, even Leeuwenhoek observed cell, but what is the difference between these two? Robert Hooke actually he observed the dead remains of cell wall in that cork, but Leeuwenhoek he was the first person to observe the free living cell. So he has seen the living cell. Okay, then in year 1831 Robert Brown he discovered nucleus. He didn't coin the term nucleus, but he discovered the nucleus. That is, he saw it for the first time. Then in year 1839, Purkinje he coined the term protoplasm. So when we say that the person coined the term, we mean that this person has given this term for the first time. And he gave this protoplasm term for the entire fluid portion of the cell. So if this is your cell, okay, it has nucleus, right? So here also fluid is there, here also fluid is there. So the entire fluid portion is called as protoplasm. The fluid which is there inside this nucleus is called as the nucleoplasm. Okay, and the fluid which is present all around the nucleus in this region is called as the cytoplasm. So what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is nucleoplasm plus cytoplasm. This gives us protoplasm. So this is according to him. Now moving ahead, then we have our cell theory. Okay, so the cell theory was proposed jointly by Sleeden and Schwann. Actually, these both scientists, they were working independently and they came up with the same set of observations. So they proposed the cell theory, and the first important point which they said was all plants and animals are composed of cells. That is, the body of all the living organisms is made up of cells. So this was the first point in their cell theory. And the second point was cell is the basic unit of life. It is very obvious that when all the living organisms are made up of cell, then cell has to be the basic unit of life. When initially the cell theory was proposed, it was proposed with only these 2 points. However, later on, Virchow, he added one more point to it. What was his point? He said that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Now this point is very important because earlier people used to believe that the life originates on its own spontaneously, which means the new cells can be formed spontaneously from nothing. But we know that for a new cell to be formed, there has to be a parent cell. So only a parent cell can give rise to a new daughter cell. So in the cell theory, we need to remember the names of these 3 scientists plus these 3 points. So that's all for this video. Thank you.
Do like, subscribe and share this video.